everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to Thorough Newspaper Analysis. Today is 13th of May and this entire video series it's brought to you by LawSikho. Starting off with the agenda for today, so first we have an Indian Express article, the title of which is Activist Patkar versus Delhi LG Saxena, recalling a case of assault from the year 2002. See here essentially we talk about the ongoing criminal trial against the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. This is with respect to his alleged role in the assault of an activist who was at the forefront of the Narmada Bachao Andolan. And this took place while she was participating in a meeting that was convened for the purpose of ensuring peace in the aftermath of the Godhra communal riots. So here recently a court in Ahmedabad has given its decision with respect to an application that was filed by the LG. So we have a look at the same and we also have an understanding of what this particular incident actually was. And secondly, we talk about the news update segment. And thirdly, we dive into the important legal developments of the day. So with this, let's start off with the TNA. And first, we take up the article for discussion, the title of which is Activist Patkar versus Delhi LG Saxena, recalling a case of assault from the year 2002. This is going to be our order of understanding of it. First, we talk about what the court has recently held. Then we have a look at what this incident actually is. We also have a look at the police's actions and the lodging of two FIRs in persons of which this criminal trial is now going on. And then we also have a look at a long-standing rivalry between the activist concerned and Saxena. And lastly, we look at the reasons that were assigned by the court for the purpose of giving its decision. So see, recently, the additional chief metropolitan magistrate in Ahmedabad, he has refused to stay the criminal trial that is going on against the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. And this is in response to the LG's application, whereby he had prayed to keep the case in abeyance during the time he is serving at the post of the LG. The court has now refused this particular application. Now, so far as the incident it is concerned, see, in the aftermath of the Godhra communal riots in April of the year 2002, there was this meeting that was convened at the instance of Malika Sarabai. And the purpose of the meeting was to restore peace and have a dialogue for the purpose of cooling down the tensions in the air. Now, Medha Patkar, she is an activist who was at the forefront of the Narmada Bachao Andolan. She also made her presence there. And as a result of it, a group of political leaders and workers, they arrived at the Sabarmati ashram where this particular meeting was going on, and they allegedly assaulted her brutally. Seeing the tension and the entire this incident, a police party which was led by the then Deputy Commissioner of Police, it arrived and it conducted a rescue mission for the purpose of rescuing the activist. And also in the course of it, a police lathi charge was issued, as a result of which several people, including media journalists, they were also injured. Now, in the after or the post this assault, two FIRs were lodged. One was at the instance of the deputy commissioner, and second was on the complaint of Medha Patkar. The FIR that was lodged by the government, it was later withdrawn, and the trial that is going on now currently, it is on the second FIR. And the FIR, it was withdrawn. Now, see, here we need to understand one thing, that in these two FIRs, Saxena was also impleaded as one of the accused, along with others also. And presently, there has been this long rivalry which has been going on between these two, Patkar, the activist, and Saxena. So they have been fighting legal battles against each other, including defamation suits. And in the defamation suits, these parties, they were advised by the court concerned in Delhi to reach an out-of-court settlements. However, they refused to do so. However, from the side of Saxena, there has been this proposal, so whereby he has said that he is ready to withdraw his defamation suit only if the charges against him in the assault case they are dropped by Patkar. Now let's understand as to why the court rejected his application. So see, the court noted that Saxena, he had filed his plea just before the cross-examination of the complainant, Medha Patkar. It was about to begin, and 71 witnesses, they are still to be examined in this case. Also, as far as other reasons are concerned, the court stated that the government had not made any request not to continue or withdraw the trial proceedings, And also, since Saxena, he was not in the post at the time when this alleged offense it took place in the year 2002. Therefore, the court has said that there is no legal position to stay the proceedings in case. So, with this, we dive into the next segment for today. And now we proceed to the national news segment for today. So, first update it is with respect to the announcement that has come from Google, which has announced the launch of its chatbot, which is AI generated globally. So, Google has announced that it is going to roll out its generative AI chatbot, which is called Bard, in across 180 countries, including in India. Bard, it's a large language model that can generate text, translate languages, write different kinds of creative content, and answer your questions in an informative manner. This is still under construction and development, and as far as its rollout in India is concerned, it is significant, especially because India is world's largest marketplaces when it comes to smartphones and the use of internet. Moving on, BITS Pilani students, the human rover that was developed by them, it has bagged top prize at NASA Challenge. The competition's aim it was to create a human-powered Mars rover which is capable of navigating difficult and harsh obstacle course, which was meticulously built to resemble the Martian terrain. This included designing the rover from the ground up, simulating and verifying the designs, manufacturing the theoretical designs, testing the manufactured rover, then further obtaining funds for manufacturing, transportation, and logistical support. Moving on, next we have an update from the sports category. Sarabjot, Divya, they've gotten a gold at the Shooting Sports Federation World Cup. The duo, they bagged the gold medal by beating their Serbian counterparts in the final match. Sarabjot Singh, he scored 293 across 3 series, while Divya, she managed to score 288. This was Sarabjot's second gold medal at the ISS World Cup after he bagged the first position in the individual men's 10-meter air pistol event, which was held in Bhopal. Meanwhile, this was the first time that Divya has won a gold medal in the competition. Another update from the sports category, Yuzvendra Chahal, he has become the highest wicket taker in IPL history. Chahal, he achieved this feat in his very first over of the match with the dismissal of Kolkata Knight Riders skipper Nitish Rana. Chahal has now 184 wickets in 143 matches, overtaking Dwayne Brow's tally of 183 wickets. The 32-year-old, he had won the purple cap in the year 2022 IPL season, picking a total of 27 wickets in 17 innings as Rajasthan finished as runner-up. The Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, it has recently launched Harit Sagar Green Port Guidelines for the year 2023. The ministry, it has launched the Harit Sagar Green Port Guidelines for this year to achieve its vision of zero carbon emissions. The guidelines, they are aimed at or they are aligned with the whole concept of working with nature for the purpose of minimizing the impact on the biotic components of harbor ecosystems and to promote the use of clean and green energy in the port operations. Moving on to the next update. India and Thailand, they conduct the 35th edition of Indo-Thai Coordinated Patrol or CORPAT. The exercise, it was aimed at reinforcing maritime linkages between the two countries and ensuring the safety and security of the Indian Ocean. The Indo-Thai CORPAT, it has been conducted biannually since the year 2005, along with International Maritime Boundary Line, for the purpose of enhancing understanding and interoperability between the two navies. This exercise, it is aimed to prevent and suppress unlawful activities such as the illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing, drug trafficking, piracy and armed robberies. Moving on, General Anil Chauhan, who is the Chief of Defense Staff, he has conferred Serious Unit Citations Award to the Strategic Forces Command, College of Defense Management, Sikandrabad, and two Para Special Forces for their exemplary performance for the year 2021 to 2022 in a ceremony that was held in New Delhi. The Serious Unit Citations Award, it was constituted after the establishment of the Office of Chief of Defense Staff in the year 2019. This was done to boost jointness and integration in the armed forces. And this has brought us to the international segment for today. The World Bank, it has approved a loan of 82 million US dollars for zoonotic disease prevention in India. This loan, it was approved for the adoption of global best practices when it comes to animal health management, and this is specifically done to prevent, detect, and respond to endemic zoonotic, transboundary, and emerging infectious diseases. It is going to strengthen India's One Health approach, which recognizes that people and animals, they are connected with their shared environment. And with this, we dive into the last segment for today, which is the segment for legal updates. So the Supreme Court has clarified that the court can grant default bail independent of and not relying upon Ritu Chhabria's judgment. So before we understand what the Supreme Court has held, let's have an understanding of what this decision was. So in the case of Ritu Chhabria, a two-judge bench, a division bench of the Honorable Apex Court, it had held that a charge sheet which is filed on the basis of an incomplete investigation, though filed within time, it will not defeat the right of an accused to seek default bail. So the Supreme Court has now clarified that its interim order, which directed that any application filed before any court which seeks default bail on the basis of Ritu Chhabria versus Union of India and others, it should be deferred. This particular interim order, the court has held that it shall not preclude any trial courts or high courts from considering applications for the grant of default bail independent of and without relying on the judgment in Ritu Chhabria. The name of this particular case is Directorate of Enforcement versus Manpreet Singh Talwar. Next up, we have an update coming from the Honorable Apex Court itself, which has issued direction to strengthen the law protecting women from sexual harassment at workplace. So the Supreme Court has expressed its disquiet at what it called the serious lapses in the implementation of the POSH Act, which is the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act of 2013, even a decade after its enactment. Terming this as a sorry state of affairs, the division bench of the Apex Court, it proceeded to issue a set of directions to strengthen the implementation of the POSH Act. And with this, we've come to an end for the TNA for today. In case you want to get access to the free study material that LawSikho curates or the slides that were used in this particular video, I would encourage all of you to join our Telegram channel. And for the very same purpose, you may click on the link which is provided in the description, or you may scan the barcode here. These are the point of contacts in case you want to get in touch with LawSikho. And the link which was based on yesterday's TNA, it is also made available in the description of this video. Kindly go ahead and attempt the same. And thank you for being with us.